Imagine yourself stepping into ancient Olympia, a time when Greece was not a single nation, but a collection of fiercely independent city-states. Yet, despite their differences, every 4 years, they set aside their rivalries to honor Zeus, the king of the gods, with a festival unlike any other, the Olympic Games. You are surrounded by people speaking in lively tones, the smell of freshly baked bread wafting through the air, and the distant sound of trumpets signaling the start of something extraordinary. The first Olympic Games, held in 776 BCE, were not just a sporting event. They were a celebration of Greek identity, religion, and human achievement. You find yourself at the heart of it all, a witness to history being written. The day begins before the sun rises. The sacred flame is lit at the altar of Zeus, a ritual that ties the mortal world to the divine. As you approach the site, you pass the massive statue of Zeus, a towering symbol of power and justice. This statue, crafted with meticulous care, stands nearly 13 meters tall, covered in gold and ivory, exuding an aura of divine authority. It is said to be one of the wonders of the ancient world, and standing before it, you feel a sense of awe that words cannot capture. As you move closer, the chanting of priests grows louder, blending with the rhythmic beat of drums. The air is thick with incense, and the melodic hymns to Zeus seem to reverberate through the very stones of Olympia. Sparta, Athens, Corinth, all eager to prove that they are fastest, strongest, or most skilled. The excitement builds as the sun's first light begins to shine over the sanctuary, illuminating the path ahead. The opening ceremony begins, and the crowd falls silent as the first event is announced. The Stadion, a 192-meter foot race, and the centerpiece of the Games. You see the athletes take their places, the tension palpable. They crouch, their muscles coiled like springs, and then the trumpet sounds. The runners burst forward, their feet pounding the earth in perfect rhythm. The crowd erupts in cheers, chanting the names of their favorites, urging them to push harder, faster. The sun is now fully risen, casting long shadows as the athletes reach the halfway mark. You can hear the beat of their feet. After the Stadion, the Games continue with wrestling, a discipline that embodies both physical strength and mental strategy. The wrestling arena is filled with anticipation. The wrestlers enter, their bodies oiled and dusted with fine sand to improve grip. The referee, holding a long stick, enforces the rules with sharp commands and occasional taps to separate the athletes. Wrestling is not merely a test of brute force. It's a battle of wits, where technique and agility can triumph over raw power. You watch as 2 men lock hands, their muscles straining with effort, their eyes focused with intense determination. The crowd roars as one finally pins the other, claiming victory. The defeated wrestler rises, applauding his opponent, for in the Olympic Games, victory is not the only thing to be gained. Honor is found in the struggle itself. Nearby, another event captures the attention of spectators, the Pentathlon, a 5-event contest combining running, jumping, discus, javelin, and wrestling. Each athlete demonstrates a range of skills, from the graceful arc of the discus throw to the explosive power of the long jump. The javelin, a test of precision and strength, amazes the crowd as competitors hurl their spears with incredible accuracy. The pentathlon winner earns special admiration, symbolizing the ideal balance of physical ability and versatility. You take a moment to walk around the sacred grounds. Olympia itself is a marvel, a city built to honor the gods and serve as the stage for human excellence. The temples, including the Grand Temple of Hera, stand as a testament to the craftsmanship and devotion of the Greeks. Everywhere you turn, you see inscriptions dedicated to past victors, their achievements immortalized in stone for future generations to admire. These inscriptions tell stories of triumph, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of glory. Next up is Pankration, the ultimate test of endurance and willpower. A brutal mix of boxing and wrestling, the Pankration has almost no rules. Fighters can strike, wrestle, and use any means necessary to defeat their opponent. It is a spectacle of raw power and aggression. The crowd is on the edge of their seats, eagerly watching as two athletes enter the ring. The air is thick with anticipation, and as the fight unfolds, you can hear the grunts of effort, the sounds of fists connecting with flesh, and the occasional gasp from the audience. The victor is crowned with an olive wreath, but it is clear that their achievement goes beyond the physical. This is a test of endurance, spirit, and sheer willpower, a challenge that only the bravest dare to face. Meanwhile, in the hippodrome, chariot races begin. You make your way to the race course, the excitement palpable as the crowd gathers. The chariots are lined up, drawn by 4 powerful horses. The drivers, skilled and focused, grip their reins tightly, ready to race for glory. The trumpet sounds, and the chariots are off, thundering around the track in a blur of dust and noise. Horses gallop at breakneck speeds, the sound of hooves pounding the ground mixing with the shouts of the crowd. The chariots swing around the sharp corners, the wheels creaking and groaning under the strain. It's a chaotic scene, with crashes and tumbles often occurring, but it's this unpredictability that keeps everyone on edge. Victory is earned not only through speed, but through the ability to control the horses and avoid disaster. The winner is celebrated with cheers, their name shouted by every onlooker. As these events unfold, the cultural richness of the games comes to life. Poets, perched on raised platforms, recite epic verses of gods and heroes, their words weaving tales of triumph and tragedy. Philosophers gathered under the shade of olive trees engage in spirited debates about the nature of virtue, competition, and what it means to strive. For as the final events conclude, the victors are celebrated with feasts, songs, and tributes. Their names will be remembered long after the games have ended, their stories passed down through generations. You watch as the crowd gathers to honor them, raising their cups in a toast to their achievement. The festivities stretch long into the night, and there is music, laughter, and dancing. The champions stand tall, their olive wreaths resting on their heads as they bask in the glory of their success. The first Olympic Games were more than just a competition. They were a testament to the values of ancient Greece: unity, excellence, and reverence for a spirit that continues to inspire millions, thousands of years later, of physical ability and versatility.